Doobie doobie doo. Hey, Dandy. Hey, Lime. Hey, Cool Cat Court. Gemini, Lulu, Share Bear, Blissed Off, Dana Muller, Mad Pooper, Mad Pooper 420, Melissa Bumble, Oh, why were you in the hospital, Share Bear? Wow. Hope you're feeling okay. 3 days. Ooh, that sounds terrible, Share Bear. Hey, Chanel P, Helga, Gail, Tara. Lime, you need some advice? What advice do you need? Ooh, MS, yeah. Yeah, that's rough. Hey, Fernanda. What should I do about my sibling who gave away my telescope without asking under the guise of it being borrowed? Oof. That's rough. I mean, tell them off. I don't know. See if you can get them to replace it, I guess. Hooked up to EEG on my head? Yeah. Hey, Brooke. Cosplay an erotic Nightcrawler? I mean, really, it's just Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler is an inherently erotic character, Eddie, so it's... Hey, Little Miss Sunshine. Hey, Val loves Jay. Nightcrawler 6. I mean, yeah, everyone loves Nightcrawler. Chicks love Nightcrawler. I do not have a Valentine, Mademoiselle Dame, now. Yeah, chicks take Nightcrawler. Actually, if you are going to do an erotic Nightcrawler, you are going to need a Banff doll. Like one of those dolls of like a little Nightcrawler. Chantel is actually doing a little bit of cleaning and a little bit of cooking right now. How am I feeling today? Awake for now. Would Chantel fuck Nightcrawler? Everyone would fuck Nightcrawler. Booster. Shit. I am terrible. I have not gotten my booster yet. Have I been? I've been alive, Helga. To the menu? I don't actually know. Oh. Hi, Chantel. What are we having for supper, Chantel? Hey, Sarah. Sausage pasta extra. Oh, right, yes. That's right, I forgot. Yes, sausage pasta. What you drinking? Pink drink. It's the strawberry coconut from Starbucks. Getting my booster next month? Okay. I'm doing, Gabrielle. I love extra sausage. Everyone loves extra sausage. Gunrar? No, I can't. Mukbang tonight on Chantal's OnlyFans. Okay, so yeah, mukbang tonight on Foodie Beauty's OnlyFans, I guess. I think 10 o'clock, right? That you were doing your OnlyFans live? Watch Boogie Nights? I'm just trying to see food, no titties. Yeah, I think Chantel's OnlyFans live is, I believe she said 10 o'clock. I think she's got a post up it on her OnlyFans. Um, thanks, Amy. But anyway, enough about her. How's everyone doing? How's everyone's week? If weeks matter to those of you to whom the passage of time actually matters. I have not started the Book of Boba Fett yet. New Ghostbusters. I probably won't bother with New Ghostbusters. Um, I'm thinking sometime maybe tomorrow. Been on a 15-mile walk today and absolutely knackered now. Oof. Yeah, that sounds like a lot. Been visiting my sister who lives all across the country. Ooh, that sounds great, Maria. Hope you've had a good time. Can't complain, although I think, ah, complaining's great. Great week so far. I'm running out of places to hide the bodies, though. That's easy. You just get some hydrochloric acid. My week's been boring. Yeah. 4 or 5 major storms every weekend. Oof. Where you live, cool cat? Would I let a woman call me daddy? I mean, if she wanted to, I'd find it uncomfortable, but if she wanted to call me daddy, then okay. I'm not going to tell her no. I do not go on Reddit. No, it's good. That explains it. Hey, Shirley. Super Bowl weekend. What's brown and sounds like a bell? Chantel's butthole. Is Cowboy Bebop my favorite anime? It's definitely up there. Cowboy Bebop is an amazing anime. So yeah, I'm thinking probably Sunday, maybe Monday. I will finish Cowboy Bebop up and do a video about the first season. Spoiler alert. It's not great. Thanks, Green 5. Favorite color? Red. Hey, Dirty Diana. Hey, Heather. What are we doing tonight? I'm just live for now until for a couple hours, and then I'll do, I don't know, stuff. I do not go to the gym or play any sports. Shirley Best. It is strawberry coconut from Starbucks. Hey, Samoan. Share Bear, you can probably just take anything. You can probably just disregard anything Gunrar says. Hey, Golden Girl. Best male role model? I have no idea. Michaela, occasionally I pop in to Tinder, not very often. It's meh. Getting Nintendo Sports? No. No, or at least I don't intend to get Nintendo Sports for the Switch. I have not watched any of the Winter Olympics. My mom's apparently been enjoying it. She usually does. I have not watched Parasite. I don't think I'm going to. It seems like body horror, which do I think the convoy will be removed soon? I hope so. I'm sort of way out of the way, so the convoy is having no effect on me. But there's a lot of people in Ottawa who are getting damn fed up with those protesters. Ooh, New Portugal, man, I haven't heard it yet. Convoy is fighting for your freedoms. No, they're not. The convoy doesn't even know what the fuck they're fighting for. I have never been to Chicago, Michaela. I wouldn't mind going to Chicago. Seems like a nice city. Any advice if you can't poop? Uh, Laxatives? Or go to a doctor? Would I ever be a trucker? No. No, I would never be a trucker. I'm too nervous a driver. And driving a big ass truck? Yeesh. Chicago's trash. Says you. Thanks, Helga. One of my favorite comic publishers is based out of Chicago. Iron Circus Comics, uh, owned and run by C. Spike Trotman. C. Spike Trotman. Uh, she loves Chicago. The truck driver. Oh shit! Do you mean Dandy? Do you mean the one where, like, literally it's just driving across the country in real time? Chicago has good food. What do I think of Chantel's bald head? I'm starting to get used to it. Card adventure games, no. Never been into card games. Role playing games, never really had much of a chance to get into them. I did not watch the Nintendo Direct because I don't really care. Honestly, I don't game enough for that to matter to me. Oh, hey, Barbara. Um, I was curious now to look at my brother's comics and have a I think clue what was going on. That can be a bit of a problem sometimes. Would I ever wear a mermaid tail and go for a swim? Nah. Heather Card is just a Starbucks strawberry coconut drink. But yeah, so the Nintendo Direct. Like, I don't game enough for that to matter to me. That said, new maps uh, for Mario Kart. That's pretty cool. Definitely cool that Mario Kart is getting a bunch of new maps. Also, Earthbound finally on the Switch. Like, they finally released Earthbound for the Switch's digital console. Like, that's great. Because Earthbound is one of the best RPGs ever. What will I be doing for Black History Month? Uh, Probably nothing. Thanks, Oogie Boogie. Yeah, like I love Earthbound. Honestly, that's a game. It's a game I kind of wouldn't mind doing a let's play of, but on the other hand, there's some. Have I? Shit, yes, I played Earthbound. I played it on the original Super Nintendo. Michaela, I am very, 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 very far left liberal. But yeah, I think the main thing that's going to hold me back from doing an Earthbound Let's Play is there's some fantastic Earthbound Let's Plays out there already. Um, Pac-Man, nah. I really like. Honestly, I think Chugga Conroy's Let's Play of Earthbound is probably about as good as you're going to get for that one, because he has so much information about it. Like, he just goes into so much detail about it. Um, it's it's genuinely fantastic just how good a let's play he did. What do I think of the term SJW? Honestly, I think it's ridiculous. I think it's a term that's mostly used to mock people who give a shit about other people's feelings. Tom McDonald. The name rings a bell. Oogie Boogie. SJW means social justice warrior. Essentially, it's a dismissive term used to describe people who, yeah, whatever. Do I find most people who live around me are upset about the truckers? I mean, I don't know about my part of Ottawa, but I know that downtown, people are fucking pissed at the truckers. People are getting utterly fed up and have been utterly fed up with the truckers for a long time. Like, they need to shut the fuck up and get the hell out of Ottawa. I can't. Like I said, I am far enough east in Ottawa that I am not being directly affected by the truckers. Well, I probably won't be doing another stream tonight or tomorrow. Darth, of course they have the right to protest, but Eliza, my concern with going to say it to their face: are they wearing masks? But yeah, it's like they're being hugely disruptive. A court has told them to shut the fuck up at night because like they were making so much noise at night that a court ended up telling them, no, you cannot make noise at night anymore. They're blocking roads everywhere. They're blocking the road to the fucking airport now, using their kids for that. The kids that they swear should be in school. These truckers don't mind shoving those kids in front of fucking traffic. They're just being a pain in the ass. It's so funny what people who have never been oppressed think being oppressed is. Yeah, it's. Nikki M, I don't want to do a jumping jack. Sorry. Yeah. Also, there's been a couple of instances of the protesters actually attacking people. Someone who works in the healthcare industry got attacked. What's the difference between Black Lives Matter protest and the trucker protest? I mean, one key difference between the two is the Black Lives Matter protesters had an actual fucking message. The Black Lives Matters protesters were pissed about the fact that police continually assault and kill black people. The protesters are pissed about having to get a goddamn needle. And hell, it's like Black Lives Matter bring down building. Of course, there were actual fucking cops involved in that vandalism, starting the vandalism. Fun fact: some of those Black Lives Matter protests, like some of the vandalism that took place in those things, police started it. Like, for all that people complain about, like for all that conspiracy theorists go on about false flags, the police actually did that shit during BLM. Like, we know this. There's evidence of this. They've confirmed it that there were actually that there were police going undercover at those BLM protests and trying to start shit. Like, that's the wild shit. Kinky preferences and secret desires. BLM. See, the thing about BLM being paid off by Soros, like, it's false. Like, I mean, it's not true. But it really tells you, like, the fact that people on the right were so convinced, so absolutely, utterly, 100% convinced that that protesters on the left are being funded by George Soros. It's projection, because they know that, because like that shit happens on their side. Like, there's like this freaking this bullshit trucker protest going on right now. There's a whole lot of conservative and right wing and alt right groups funding the convoy. Simply ravishing. That I think may have actually been disputed, but Kayla, we had to get vaccines to even start kindergarten. Yep. React to Cheyenne Jackson? No, I don't give a shit enough to do reactions to other people. No one had an issue with vaccines until Jenna fucking Jameson. Jenna Jameson has done more harm to the West than just about anybody at this point. Jenna Jameson is an absolutely shitty ass fucking person. Because it really, really, like, the anti-vaccine movement really, really started with her. Because she started going on about, like, vaccines giving kids autism, which was false. It was absolutely 100% not true. The only study that confirmed it was terrible. Like, it was a shitty study. Jenny McCarthy, yes, sorry, not Jenny. Jenny McCarthy, yes, sorry. Jenny McCarthy was the anti-vaxxer who just fucking garbage. Because she started pushing the idea that vaccines cause autism, which was false, based on a study that was deeply, deeply flawed, to the point where everyone who looked at it declared that it was bullshit. And yeah, and now, ugh. Do I hate Jenny Craig? I don't really know enough about Jenny Craig, but I'm not. I know her name. I just fucking, yeah, slip of the tongue. I named the wrong person, so clearly, fuck off. But yeah, it's Jenny McCarthy. Janet Jameson's a porn star. Yeah, yeah, Jenny McCarthy. God, hate Jenny McCarthy. Like, goddamn, hate Jim Carrey for backing that shit, and like all the other fucking Hollywood assholes who started backing that shit. Like, all those anti-vaxxers can just shut the fuck up. Goddamn hate them. Hey, JH. They are killing people. Jenny McCarthy is responsible for people dying. Oprah Winfrey, yeah. Oprah Winfrey was involved in, was a big part of giving Jenny McCarthy's bullshit a platform. So Oprah Winfrey has blood on her hands. Jenny McCarthy, Oprah Winfrey, Jim Carrey, all those, sorry, Chrissy, all those people pushing the vaccines cause autism, all those people, they have blood on their hands, and I want them to, and I would be happy if they were held accountable for it. Dr. Oz, he's a friggin', Dr. Oz is a friggin' liar. Dr. Oz is responsible for some utter bullshit. Joe Rogan, he's pushed a whole lot of harmful bullshit. People who are driving rigs don't want to wear face masks while driving. I mean, are they required to wear the masks while they're driving? I'm guessing probably not. I'm pretty sure they can take the mask off while they're sitting alone in their cab. Bubble bath, the soak and relax. Pass. What's for dinner tonight? JH, tonight we're having sausage pasta. Worrying fetishization of teenage lesbians? Whatever. No evidence of where or how autism came from. It's complicated. I mean, autism, there's definitely still research onto what causes autism. It ain't vaccines. My thoughts on Area 51? Uh, there's no aliens there. There's no alien space. There's no alien starship in Area 51. Hey, Tammy Britt. Mia Mia. There are people who can't take it for because of real health reasons, and those people are, and those people who genuinely can't take the vaccine, who have legitimate health reasons why they can't take the vaccine. Man, are they ever pissed at the people who are just outright refusing. Is it weird sometimes I don't know? Maybe a little bit. Are they aliens? I mean, there's definitely other race out there in the universe. Mothers of autistic children to the vaccine. Their kids didn't get autism from the vaccine. The mothers who want to blame the vaccine for their kids having autism are shitty mothers. I'm going to say it right out. The parents who are blaming vaccines for their kids having autism are shitty parents. I'm just going to, that's my stance. Genetic? All right. Admittedly, I haven't really done much research about the causes, but have I been tested genetically? Not that I'm aware of. I have not been to medical school. I just happen to pay attention to what the actual experts say. The Con Marie? Isn't it Marie Con? That's the if it doesn't give you joy, throw it out that you're talking about festering. Marie Kondo, yes, that's the name. Yeah, I've heard of it. I've heard of her. Vaccine does not mean a cure. No. What a vaccine doesn't cure anything. A vaccine just boosts your immune system. That's all it does. Hey, Clara Ford. Don't pass fan. We went to get me. I needed a few more groceries, so we went to get me some groceries, and we hit Starbucks while we were out. GoldenEye 64. I was never good at. I was never very good at GoldenEye, to be honest. I'm not good at first-person shooters. Do I sleep with any stuffed animals? Yes. One moment, Simone. My stuffed seal that I sleep with. Hey, Sandy's. Chantal hungover? Not that I'm aware of. She's just cooking right now. They do not have holes in them, Gunrar. Where's it from? I forget. I've totally forgotten where I ordered this from. Um, honestly, you want to know the main reason I actually got this? It's for arm positioning. Like, it's just I need something to hold on to in bed, and I figured stuffed steel better than anything else. I do really like her meatloaf, yeah, in a non-sexual manner. Hey, Jacob, Ghibli Museum. I want to go there. I'm jealous of Olivia Graham. Where's Ramona? Yeah, I'll need to pop Ramona back out. Get a body pillow like an adult. I do want to get a body pillow actually. Um, deny like yep, love Cowboy Bebop. Not impressed by the live action. I need to finish up the last two episodes of the live action Cowboy Bebop, and then I'll post my review of the series. And not going to be positive. Waifu body pillow or pregnancy body pillow? I mean, it would just be like a regular body pillow. I would. Dr. Oz going into politics? Ugh. Ghibli Museum had a sadness to it, but it was atmospheric things. Yeah. Oh, hey, West Coast lass. What a shock that he's running as a Republican. Chantel's cooking sausage pasta. Yeah, I want to get a body pillow. I'd also need to get a. I'd also need to figure out some sort of like a cool cover, pillow cover if I'm going to get a body pillow. Eliza? Don't. Festering, no, I did. I never expected Chantal to be famous, no. Waifu Sprite pillow? I'm not a cat. I mean, Biden is definitely doing a shit job. The like, I don't know if you expected me to like, I don't know if anyone expected me to defend Biden. Hell no, Biden's terrible. Uh, even back in 2020, I was saying that Biden is like was the worst possible candidate for the Democrats to run. He was the worst until that Bloomberg tried to run. He was the worst possible candidate for the Democrats. Yeah, Biden is simply less terrible than Trump. Like, that's the best I can say about Biden is he's less terrible than Trump. He's less like his judicial appointments are less dangerous than Trump's. Really is like the kindest I can say about Biden. He's appointing judges who are going to not who are not going to uh, favor oppression. Jared Kushner is Jewish, yeah, and it didn't. Yeah, and it didn't stop Trump from being anti-Semitic. Do I believe I know a lot about nothing? Not really. Who would I like to see in office? I mean, here in Canada, I prefer the NDP over the Liberals. I'm not a fan of the Liberal Party. Um, Again, less bad than the Conservatives, but not great. So the NDP would be my preference in Canada. Though again, I lean more towards the Communist Party myself, personally. For the U.S., um, I think they need. I think the U.S. just needs more legitimately progressive people in office. Um, who is the Elizabeth Warren was who I was hoping would get the Democratic nomination back in 2020. Outlaw men in school should be learning how to build EMP devices. What do I think about Trudeau calling the trucker protest racist and terrorist? I think he's not wrong. Liz Warren isn't perfect. Liz Warren definitely has her own questionable questionable crap. But yeah, Elizabeth Warren going so long in her life still thinking that she had Native American ancestry. That's questionable. It's questionable judgment on her part. And she has admitted that she was wrong about it. It's not that she lied; it's that she was incorrect. She was just wrong. It's not even uncommon in America or Canada. It's not even uncommon in North America for didn't Warren's mother tell her that? That's my understanding. Yeah, and Warren's mother probably thought that she had Native American ancestry. It's not. It's really. It's creepily common. Hello, Leia. Yeah, it's uncomfortably common for white people in North America to believe that they have some degree of Native American ancestry, um, and like they use it as like this badge of pride and things like that. It's like, so Hillary Clinton, don't like her. Do I like living in a socialist country? Yeah, I'd prefer to be more socialist. So yeah, Elizabeth Warren thinking that she had Native American ancestry, not unusual. It's completely common, but she should have known better. Is what it comes down to. She should have known better, and she certainly shouldn't have tried to use her assumed Native American ancestry uh, to benefit. Hey, flop era. Like the fact that when she was younger, she used her assumed Native American ancestry to like to get into was it to get into university? Was it? Um, that was really really bad on her part. Admittedly, she was a Republican back then, so you know, a conservative trying to benefit from a program meant to benefit uh, people of color. Hey, that's not at all unusual. But yeah, it's one of those things where that was bad judgment on her part. So I definitely have issues with her for that. Um, but she's done some pretty good stuff. Like her politics are generally pretty good. Not great. She has stuff that I disagree with her on. Reality check. She only got the DNA test late in life, and the DNA test showed that she was actually wrong about having the. Or wasn't it? Am I mistaken? I do not play RuneScape now. Yeah, like wasn't like didn't the DNA test that she did show that she didn't have any Native American ancestry? 0.003%. Regardless, she's white. Like, she shouldn't have been like regardless, she's white enough that she shouldn't have been subconsciously want to be Native American. Probably. Um, she apologized. Yeah, and it was right for her to apologize. Um, but in terms of her politics, she's you know she's better than most of her. She's better than most Democrats as far as the politics go. Mario Party. I don't think that I can do a Mario Party video like that. No, calling your Pocahontas a racist. Oh, it's absolutely racist. Yeah, it's like the way people keep calling her Pocahontas. It is deeply racist. Can someone be transracial? I would say no. Do I think Yoshi's LGBT? Yeah, Yoshi is totally bi. and he and Berto are dating. So Yoshi is also a trans ally. What do I think about Newt Gingrich? I think Newt Gingrich fucking sucks. I always plays Ishi. I like Birdo. Eliza? Because I have a black friend does not mean that someone isn't racist. Elden Ring, I'm probably not going to be playing Elden Ring. Actually, I can pretty much guarantee I'm going to be playing. Oh, do you mean Princess Daisy? Justway? I mean, Daisy is bi. Um, the Yasify Yoshi? No, they need to. They need to give Yoshi even more yassification. Eliza? First of all, it's people having fun. Second of all, uh, the games are already sexual. Like, kids' games already have sexual content in them. Like, for all that people are like, oh, like anytime the idea of gay characters in something for kids comes up, people are like, oh, it's for kids. Don't sexualize kids' content. But like, you already see heterosexual content. Like, you already see heterosexual content in these games. Kids games and shows have so much hidden sexual content, and not even hidden. Like, heterosexual content is incredibly common in pretty much everything. Jacob, I've never been a fan of Jordan Peterson. Um, which Teletubby was bisexual? Trick question. They were all pan. They mandated a fourth vaccine, made it mandatory to get it annually as well. Would you support that? Probably. Uh, I did not watch Cuties. Difference between bi and pan? Honestly, I'm not entirely sure. Um, terminology, I suppose. It's just preferred terminology, I suppose. Phallic symbols in Disney films. Address the sexuality of the members of Mr. Inc. including Scooby. Yeah, they're all bisexual. They're all bisexual, and it is a polyamorous relationship that they're all in. All four of them is like all four of the human uh, mystery machine people are in uh, a closed polyamorous square. Bi has attraction to two or more genders, man has attraction to any gender. Isn't Daisy like Peach's sister or some shit? I have no idea. Oogie Boogie. Chantal pansexual because she cooks and eats a lot. I like that. Yeah, the Mystery Machine, the humans in the Mystery Machine, oh, they're all going at it all the time together. Is it okay for a trans man to find trans girls attractive? Yes, it is, because trans women are women. Getting the new Mario Kart DLC? Probably. Bridget K? Yeah, there is. There are non binary people. There are people who identify as no gender. Trans women can breastfeed. I'd imagine there's some specific things that need to be done for that, but Oogie Boogie, we'll try. Do I tell my secrets to my ponies? I don't have secrets now. You're wrong, Bridget. What is agender? Agender is just someone who has no gender. is what it is. It's someone who just refuses to, yeah, who refuses to be defined by any sort of gender. Can someone have no gender? Because gender is a social construct. I'm not like I am by no means an expert on this stuff. I'm no by no means a scholar. So it's like there are people who explain this way better than I have. So if you're genuinely curious, I highly recommend actually looking up what what trans scholars have to say about this stuff. But gender is a social construct, is what it comes down to. Bear in mind, just because something is a construct doesn't mean it's real. Doesn't mean it's not real. Mark Hanathan, gender gender is like genitals and gender are not actually the same thing. Someone's gender is not defined by their genitals. Daisy Sky, I am not close to it, luckily. I don't watch any reaction channels. I did not watch Cheyenne Jasmine's parody of me, and I don't really care about it. Come to UK? I actually wouldn't mind going to the UK again. Anatomy does not define your gender. Like I said, I'm not a scholar. I can't explain it uh, as it deserves to be explained. What does it mean to be a woman or a man? I mean, it. Every person has their own definition of what it means to be a man or a woman. Like it's for cis people, what it means is I was, you know, this is how I was born, this is who I am. For cis people, it's easy. For trans people, it gets a little bit more complicated because I'm a dude, she's a dude, he's a dude. If you're from California, then yes, Heather, that is the case. Heather, yeah, my understanding is that for Californians, everyone is a dude, including inanimate objects. Chicken and pastry. Some muffins. Actually, I think they've gone bad. I need to throw them. I think I need to throw them out. Insane Wall Street bets. Lost all their money on Dogecoin. Good. Good point, Gemini. Hey, Jeff Dunn. James Iosis. When I leave them, because I just kind of forgot to eat them. No, I'm not vlogging the convoy because I would just be telling them to fuck off on home. God loves us all regardless. I mean, not based on the Bible that I read. I read the King James Bible. God hates us all. Hey, Strange Bangtan. Our museum closed because of the convoy. Ugh. What's that? I mean, if the Jordan Peterson stuff helps you, then that's great. I don't have much respect for Jordan Peterson. He's said some really bad shit. He said some racist shit, some transphobic shit, some misogynistic shit. He doesn't strike me as a person worthy of respect. I do not support the convoy, and truckers have been my family's livelihood for years. Yeah, most truckers actually hate the protesters. If I were a snack, what would I be? Uh, I don't know. What's the least satisfying snack out there? Josh Crater. And if you believe that there was widespread fraud, then you're a fucking idiot, Josh. The big lie about fraud in the 2020 presidential election is such bullshit. Like most of the, I mean, I will say Republicans know that fraud occurred because they were the ones committing most of it. But no, there wasn't any widespread fraud in 2020. There wasn't. There just wasn't. It didn't happen. It's a fucking lie. It's an absolute lie being spread by people who want to define election laws in their own benefit and for their own advantage, so that they can actually just make it so that they can just win every single election without fail. Like that's what the big lie is about. Only election that was stolen was 2016 election by the Electoral College. That does, yeah. I mean, it's kind of, yeah. The Electoral College is outdated and undemocratic. Democrats do the same thing, but not to the same degree. But yeah, I mean, the Republican strategy for winning elections is to try to is to cheat. Do you hear Trump tried to flush documents? Yeah, I saw something about that. Saw some people talking about that earlier. I didn't really look much into it. Hi, Chantal. My friends in Atlanta got 3 ballots in the mail. Gerrymandering? Yeah, gerrymandering. Gerrymandering has to be banned. Democrats never said the election was rigged when Trump won, even though it was. It's just Republican strategy prevents as many people from voting as possible. Exactly. The strategy that Republicans employ is to prevent votes. They want to limit who is able to vote. It's why they'll purge voter laws, often illegally. I have not played Dead Space, and I'm not going to. I'm not a horror fan. But yeah, like Republicans will illegally purge voter rolls. And we know it's illegal because courts will tell them, no, you did this illegally. Um, so, like, they will illegally purge voter rolls. They'll limit early voting. They'll limit mail-in voting. They'll do whatever they can to say you don't get to vote. And that's on top of them being, and that's on top of them engaging in gerrymandering. And 2020 was rigged as well in favor of the Republicans. It was just that enough people on the left got out and voted that they overcame the right wing rigging. Republicans consistently rig elections in their favors, in their favor. Like it's what they do. They cheat consistently. They know they can't win uh, on their. They know they can't win on their ideas. They know their ideas aren't actually popular enough to win. And like this isn't me like just making shit up. Polls consistently show that that Democratic um, positions are consistently more popular than Republican politics. They know they can't win on ideas, so they cheat. They do whatever they can to ensure that rather than rather than voters choosing their representatives, representatives get to choose their voters. That's the Republican strategy, is to make it so that instead of voters deciding who gets elected, the people who are elected get to decide who gets to vote. And as I said earlier, gerrymandering is one of the worst things. Gerrymandering has to absolutely be banned. Like the practice of gerrymandering is an attack on democracy. Like anyone who defends gerrymandering clearly hates democracy. Like in all honesty, like and there's no one out there who's actually willing to go out there and say, no, gerrymandering is great. Gerrymandering is the best thing to do. Gerrymandering is totally democratic and the best way for elections to take place. No one out there actually defends gerrymandering, and yet, because at the end of the day, uh, they all want they know that gerrymandering will get the people they want in power. So yeah, gerrymandering needs to be outright banned. It is a policy that needs to be just completely, totally made illegal. with electoral districts being determined by nonpartisan third party groups who don't actually have access to any demographic information beyond the number of people. Uh, like, let them know where people are. Don't let them know where. Like, don't let them know information on whether they're on what their race is, on what their political affiliation is, on what their income is. Just, yeah, this many people in these areas. Just use that information to determine what the political or what the electoral districts look like. Alberta's a hot mess right now. Where isn't? Like, it's hey, dude. Pretty much everywhere is a hot mess right now, sadly. Help with making dinner cleanup. I suppose I should at least put the dirty dishes in the dishwasher. Any good graphic novel lately? What was that one? The Ms. Marvel Stretched Thin. And pretty soon I'll read Mooncakes. Maybe next week I will maybe read Mooncakes. Lately, wish I lived in the UK. I am. I'm kind of happy right now that I don't. I've heard too much about Brexit to want to live in the UK right now. Like, I'm sorry to everyone who lives in the UK, but Brexit is wow, or terrible Brexit. And the Tories, like, it's the Tories in general are just wow. Stretched Thin sounds fun. It is. It's a fun book. It's a fun little all ages graphic novel. I know Chantel needs help. I can help her, but give me 1 second. There we go. Sorry about that, everybody. Want to check on, want to make sure that, just wanted to check if Chantel did need any help. And then I had to blow my nose, and then I had to pee, and then I had to get myself some water. Space Dandy. I've never watched Space Dandy. Impeach God. I mean, atheist edgelord? I would not describe myself that way. Like, I made a joke about God hating us, but no, I am not. I am by no means a militant atheist. Like, I'm not out there. Like, I don't go out there telling people not to believe. I don't push. I'm not evangelical about my atheism. Uh, I actually recognize that religion can be a major source of strength for people. That it can drive innovation at times. Hey, Danielle. Like, for all that people talk about religion causing war and death and shit like that, I mean, it's also, it also inspires generosity and progress. And, like, religion is like anything else, it has its ups and downs. Dandy, jihad just means struggle. Like, I mean, obviously, the Muslims who kill people, yeah, I'm not a fan of that. Those people, I believe that they are terrible. But jihad just means struggle, which can be internal as much as external. Religion didn't, God did. I mean, oh, it's saying no. Okay. Jihad means holy war. No, Miss Sophie. It literally refers to struggle. Whether a struggle or fight against the enemies of Islam, or the spiritual struggle within oneself against sin. Literally, it just refers to a struggle. Can all agree that kitties are wholesome and pure? Yes. I love me some kitties. Kittens are so good. Hi, Shelly. It's an Arabic word. Yes. Need to read Inkblot? I mean, I might at some point. When am I getting more kitties? When I know my long term plans is what it's gonna be. Hey, Rara. My preferred chores? I don't know. Left me link. I don't think I see the link, but my favorite flower? I don't know that I even have a favorite flower, come to think of it. I've never looked at enough flowers to have draw any opinions on them. Just weird. Paige, I made pretty clear what my views on those truckers are. I fucking hate them. Asylum, you may if you want to leave me a link, you might be better off sending it to me on Twitter. The trucker shortage is impacting grocery stores in Canada. I haven't looked into that myself, but I assume so. Leon Tate. I haven't actually seen the new Spider-Man myself yet. Gia, I have not. Asylum, yes. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I haven't seen the new Spider-Man yet myself. I'm waiting for it to come out on Disney. Whew. I decide what I'll play after Mass Effect. I don't know. I've got some. I've got a couple of games on Steam that might be. We're playing a couple of visual novels that that look pretty fun. I'm not playing Dream Daddy, Dandy. Do I like playing on PC? I would prefer console, but luckily I do have. Luckily, I am using a controller. Uh, like even though I'm playing it on PC, I'm using a controller, so it's not too bad. Walking Dead last season part B comes out Sunday. Yeah, hope you enjoy that Asylum. And anyone else who enjoys playing watching Walking Dead. What exactly do I do all day? Nothing productive in the slightest. Tell me why I'm not just a man child who screams abuse at anyone who disagrees with me. I mean, I'm not going to disagree. What games do I enjoy? Gia, I was not a Jehovah's Witness. My mom studied with them for a while, for a good few years. Good for her. Who the hell said I'm proud of it? Like, I have at no point said that I'm proud of my current situation. I just am not entirely. I'm just struggling to figure out how to get over it. My mom was not weird about it now. Um, she studied with him. She never actually got fully inducted, so she never ended up being one of the door-to-door people. What am I doing to change my situation? Right now? Nothing. Because I'm trash. I'm trash, and I'm not sure how to get. And I'm struggling to figure out how to do better about it. Scientology. Yeah. Good thing she didn't do Scientology. That shit is dangerous cult. I'm not putting on Nicki Minaj because I don't want to get hit with the copyright strike. Why not take a step? Because it's really hard for me. Don't touch that Scientology. Man, I don't even care if they sue me. Scientology is a cult. They want to sue me? Bring it on. I got no money. They're not. It's nothing to do with freedom. Shouldn't be a religion, they're a business. Yep. I mean, literally, in some cases, yeah. Any religion where you have to pay to to learn more about it is not a religion; it's a cult. So, yeah, I mean, I'll just say it outright. Scientology is a cult, and if they want to pay, and if they want to sue me for saying that, I've got no money to give them. So, fucking bring it on. Plus, I'm not sure they actually could sue me. I'm just expressing an opinion. Do I like group showers? No. I do not like group showers. I am I am not a person who wants to be naked around other people. Shit, I don't like being naked around myself. What are my achievements? What am I most proud of? I don't even know. Like genuinely, I don't know. Stinky Malone, hope you're well. What do I think the worst case outcome is for me to attempt to push outside my boundaries? I mean, worst case scenario is I don't enjoy it. So, nothing. But I still have absolutely no idea how to get myself to do it. When I love to be proud of myself, sure. I guess I would say that graduating college would be my proudest achievement if it actually led to me getting anything out of it. It's server, nah. Oh shit, Miss Sophie. Thank you very much, Miss Sophie. Hearts in the chat for Miss Sophie. Got an education. Yeah, an education that ended up doing nothing for me. Hello, Leia. Didn't I say hello to you when you first came in, Leia? Sorry if I didn't. Student debt is bad in Canada as it is in the US. Not as bad, I don't think. Um, Not great. It's Student debt is definitely still bad in Canada, but I'm pretty sure not as bad as the U.S. Got fired last week. I know it's wrong, but I feel like congratulations. Oh, pretty happy about it. Yeah, congratulations. I was gonna say that saying congratulations feels wrong, but I mean, why am I in SJW? Uh, Primarily because I like listening to what people from other backgrounds have to say about shit. Frankly. Hey, Marilyn. My degree. My degree is in library and information technician. No point being sad about losing crap job. Yeah, and most jobs these days are crappy. It's not a degree. It is library and information technician degree. It's just a 2 year or diploma. You're right. It's not a degree. It's a diploma. Uh, yeah, I got a diploma, college diploma. 2 year. It's just a 2 year diploma. I wanted to set my home on fire last week, but I resisted the urge. Oh, was there a spider, Gia? Enjoy working at a library, university library? Maybe. Honestly, a public library is where I what I prefer. And then no, college degree. Oh, well, I don't know. Truckers, Canadian rights, bullshit. What am I waiting for? Is it not hard to get a job in a library? It can be, yeah. What am I waiting for? My life to be over, I suppose. Much as I dislike waiting for that. Am I a nihilist? I am. I actually am a nihilist. Library jobs are pretty competitive. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Pink phony. It. Sorry, Pink phony. I didn't mean it as. I didn't mean it that nihilistically. Uh, I was referencing Dawson's Creek theme. I don't want to wait for our lives to be over. I'm right-handed. You can tell because I'm pretty sure this arm might be a little bit thicker. Do I like D&D? I never really played D&D. How do you get motivated to waste time here? Believe it or not, even getting motivated to come on live on YouTube is an effort for me. What will I do when I'll be old enough to retire but won't have worked enough to get a pension? Uh, Die in poverty, I suppose. Night is always darkest before the dawn. It's not actually true. Casper, Wyoming. Pass. Yeah, I don't think Wyoming doesn't seem like the kind of place for me, to be honest. Would I consider offering my body to science then? Yeah, maybe. I don't really care what happens to my body when I die. Don't want to buy. I'd rather die painlessly. I don't like pain. My team Jacob or team Edward? I suppose Jacob, just because Edward's a centenarian hitting on a high school girl, and that's creepy. Like, dude. Like, I mean, come on. Miss Sophie, here is some sunshine. Oh, thank you very much, Miss Sophie. Hearts in the chat for Miss Sophie again. Every new day can be a new beginning. Jacob is weird in the last book. He falls in love with Bella's baby. Oh, right, I forgot about. I never actually read the books, but I forgot that was a thing. So yeah, Jacob's creepy too. Man, are there any dudes in Twilight who aren't creepy? Am I okay with being a wasted human being? Wouldn't say okay with it, more just resigned to it. Twilight books didn't age well. From what I understand, they didn't. From what I understand, they didn't come out well. Stephanie Meyer is a Mormon. What do I think? Yeah, fit for. I don't think all dudes are creepy. I just think the guys in Twilight are creepy. Like Edward's 100 years old and hitting on a high school girl. Jacob's a grown man who falls in love with a baby. I mean, jeez. Like that's not right, right? Like you can see where I'm concerned here, right, Fitfirm? Look at the time those books came in. I mean, even by the standards of that time, that's weird. And man, I'm not even as anti like I'm not even as anti Twilight as a lot of people count, as a lot of other people out there. You know, they were books for girls, and girls loved them. So whatever. I'm honestly fine with it. I like people can read what they like, and like teen girls absolutely loved those books. So I'm not even mad about the books, but weird, right? Hello to DB's brother. Oh, I'm your brother. Hello, DB. Twilight was a cancer of my generation. It was fine. Twilight wasn't that big a deal. Books for books that are aimed primarily at a female audience get a really bad rap. People really hate like any book that's aimed primarily at female audiences is gonna get shit on. Like the entire romance genre. Uh, Thanks, DB. So yeah, like the entire like romance genre gets shit out of it. It's whatever. Nancy Drew series rocks. I've never read any of the Nancy Drew books, but I absolutely loved the Nancy Drew comic by Kelly Thompson and Jen St. Onge. I mean, Jen St. Onge is just a phenomenal artist. She's one of my favorite artists. I was all of these, and Kelly Thompson's a great writer who actually does really good work on licensed products. Like she absolutely nailed the Gem and the Holograms comic series as well. I have not tried bull testicles. Read the book about how the series was written. About how the Nancy Drew series was written. Ottawa Humane Society inclusive. Elegant Mind. I mean, it's fantasy. Like it's one of those things where it's just fantasy, and fantasy is a safe place. So like I'm not gonna judge romance novels for having a lot of dudes who in real life would be stalkers because fantasy is intended to be a safe space. It we've all got our weird fantasies that in the real world we would not want to experience. Bat soup? No, never tried it. Thanks, Leia. So, yeah, I mean, romance, it's fine. If a lot of romance novels are shit, well, welcome to the world. What's that? 90% of everything is garbage. What's that? Sorry, 1 second. I'm trying to remember something. Sturgeon's Law. Yeah, so like people talk about like go to a shooting range and shoot guns. That actually might honestly be a fun video. I don't pay any attention to BTS. But yeah, so like people talk about like, oh, romance is all garbage. But like it's Sturgeon's Law. 90% of everything is garbage. So yes, there's a lot of bad romance novels. There's a lot of bad work in every genre. Um, I do not, Gia. So I mean, like it's. I mean, even with the 90% that's garbage, even the 90% that's crap, people are reading. People are having fun. As long as it doesn't harm anyone, who cares? I'm in favor of reading. Sure, Naughty, you can ask me a question. Romance easiest to write or rewrite over and over again? I mean, there is a certain degree of that. I suspect that romance is probably pretty easy to write. So, So yeah, I mean, I don't believe in I don't believe in shaming entire genres of fiction, especially because most of the time it's based on misogyny. People crap on romance novels and young adult fiction and all that crap because a lot of it is aimed at female audiences, and misogyny is a hell of a drug. So Twilight and 50 Shades and all those things, they get a lot of the hate they get. A lot of the hate they get is based on misogyny. Like is was Twilight a good series? No, they were not well written at all. They were by all accounts badly written books. But so what? Tons of badly written books are hugely popular. Just soon, I would say that 98% of anything aimed at a male audience is crap. Yeah, it's misogyny. The books were not that bad. I'll take your word on that, Dandy, because I'm sure as I'm not going to read them. But toxic masculinity ruins the party. Yep. Does anyone know what the plan for tonight is? I'll be on for. I'm probably not going to be on for too much longer. I enjoyed them when I was still in middle school at the time. Cool. What about the Anne Rice vampire series? Honestly, much as I enjoyed those books, I really enjoyed those books when I was a teenager. Honestly, they were kind of crap. like, the Anne Rice vampire novels are not actually all that good either. So damn purple. Like, wow, the purple prose in the Anne Rice novels is downright painful at times. Miss Sophie, where I am, it's 7 a.m. right now. In my part of the country. I only read Anne Rice, the girl I liked in high school. Fuck me. Fair enough. I mean, that's totally fair. Did it work, Evang? Festering? It's 7 o'clock where I am. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I never actually watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Um, because at the time, toxic masculinity was kicking my ass at the time. 1 second. Paige, you're not blocked, Paige. But I did see that your comment got one of your comments got flagged. Oh, right. Spaghetti with sausage. Oh, hey, bitchy titties. Hey, Ninja Mackie roll. Anyway, yeah. Before I came up, I was talking. Before I went down, I was talking about. All right. Somebody asked me about Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I never actually watched that. Um, I think because of toxic masculinity. Funnily enough. Um, no, Chantel is going to save her dinner for her OnlyFans live tonight. Yes, festering. Spaghetti. Yeah, spaghetti's good. Yeah, I was. I didn't want. Yeah, it was toxic masculinity that kept me from watching Buffy when I was younger. Um, in retrospect, you know, learning about what kind of person Joss Whedon is, I have no regrets about missing out on Buffy. Buffy was so good, maybe, but as always, what didn't have to affect masculinity? Yeah, it's one of those things where it was stupid of me, honestly. Like, in no, like, it just absolutely was stupid of me the way I turned away from some high quality stuff just because you know you girls. What Joss do? Oh, Joss has been accused of racism, sexism, abuse, uh, sexual abuse, abusing his caste. He's just been accused of being just a generally bad person. Um, that Ray, who is that guy who played Cyborg in Justice League? Ray something. Um, he talked about his job's canceled. He fucking better be. Like seriously, like the shit that's come out about the way he's treated cast members in the stuff he's worked on. Oh, oh man, it's bad. Um, the guy who played Spike in Buffy, uh, and Joss Whedon got absolutely pissed off at how popular he was, and basically told him he was never going to work in Hollywood again. It was like it's bad. He was like, and of course, he used his position as king of the feminists uh, to sexually harass women. Did Joss make Cabin in the Woods? I have no idea. Mel Gibson still making movies, yeah. Yeah, I imagine Joss. I suspect that Joss Whedon will probably end up sort of taking a couple years, um, sort of out of public view, and then come back as though nothing ever happened. Yeah, Joss Whedon went on a yeah. Mel Gibson went on a misogynistic and anti-Semitic tirade, and still gets work, which is just disgusting. Chris Brown. The fact that Chris Brown still has a career. Yeah, woman beating piece of shit. Yeah, Chris Brown is terrible, and people still enjoy him. Yeah, kind of proof that cancel culture is fake. Charlie Sheen, yep. Yeah, basically, if you've ever been successful, then you can get away with anything. Don't watch Charlie Sheen anymore. I kind of never, I pretty much never really watched Charlie Sheen. The only Charlie Sheen thing I can think of that I ever watched was Hot Shots Part Two. Like even when he took over on City. Oh shit, shit. What was the what was that Michael J. Fox show that where Charlie Sheen replaced Michael J. Fox? Spin City. Like even Spin City, I really didn't really watch it when Charlie Sheen was took it over. So yeah, Hot Shots Part Two might be the only Charlie Sheen vehicle I ever really watched. Is it bad to give someone a vasectomy in their sleep? If they didn't consent to it, then yes. If ain't, good time to just pirate it. Just start pirating signs instead. Weinstein, yeah, Weinstein definitely is. Actually, it Weinstein might still be able to do shit behind the scenes. Nah, I never bothered with Two and a Half Men, but man, I loved Spin City. I loved that show. Michael J. Fox, man, he's just hilarious. Michael J. Fox was always fantastic. PVA Caesar, yeah, I'm always up for Owl Effect. As always, man. I mean, there's a lot of women who never got careers because of Weinstein. Great gray owls are the world's largest species of owl by night, or by length. Neat. Love languages quiz? Pass. Though their nocturnal nature means you're unlikely to ever see one. Great horned owls are widespread throughout North America. Neat. I'm not a cat. Yeah, that was back in the days when a non-shitty Republican was something you could actually believe in. I never did watch Family Ties. Family Ties, I think, might have been before my time. Back to the Future, yeah, I loved the Back to the Future movies. Death on the Nile, probably not. What's spaghetti? It's good. Spicier than I generally enjoy. I'm a wuss, so. Owl flight is less than 40 dB ninjas, 40 decibels ninjas of the flight. Neat. Most owls prefer to perch in trees. However, snowy owls are more at home on the ground or low elevations. Neat. Death in the Nile didn't get good reviews, so we will probably like it. People do like bad movies. A bad movie can be a good time. Owls are bird. I mean, I can just say thank you to her when I finish this and bring my plate down. No sense in yelling. I did thank her already when I was down there. I will thank her again when I bring my plate down. Why is Chantel so loud? I don't know. Honestly, I'm pretty loud too. Spell thank you on the plate in noodles. Unlike other owl species that hoot, barn owls have a cry that is often likened to a banshee. Barn owl wingspan 3 to 4 feet. Neat. Never hear you in her life. That's because I shut my door so that you won't hear me. I mean, I don't really say anything, so I just have music playing most of the time. But am I still depressed? Oh hell yes. Christ, am I ever still depressed? Planet Earth. Yeah, that was a good series, Leon. Barred owls have a hoot that is said to sound like "Who cooks for you? Who cooks for you all?" Am I sleeping? Yep. Yeah, my sleep pattern is utter garbage, honestly. Um, like dangerously bad sleep patterns. No, Gia, I'm not gonna do that. Be very rude. Walking with dinosaurs? I don't think so. No, I don't think I would have seen those. All right, Jolene, you're just getting boring. And as soon as you start questioning my depression, I tell you to fuck off. So, farewell, Jolene. Get the fuck out of here. Long-eared owls are among the speediest of owl species, flying as fast as 31 miles per hour. Neat. Hoop-shaped box. Uh, I'm actually not sure what type of acting we have, what brand it is. Never played Dragon Age. I did. I have bought one of the Dragon Age games on Steam, so I might play that soon. All right, I'm full. Back in a few. It was good. It definitely too spicy for my tastes. For me. Yeah, not. I don't have to eat spicy stuff enough to get desensitized to it. Um, you like spicy stuff, but I'm a wuss. I'm a wuss. I'm a wuss. Chocolate bunny. Give me a second. I just figured something sweet. I just figured something sweet. God, you people. I just figured something sweet to help with the heat. Going my room. I did clean my room not long ago. I cleaned it like just a few days ago. Burrowing owls live underground rather than in trees and do their hunting during the day. Neat. All the boxes? Books and comics. The boxes in my room are full of books and comic books. -3 and snowing like crazy. Yeah, we don't have much snow right now, luckily. Hey, Bella C. Bellac. EG, I didn't hear about that, but I don't approve of that, certainly. I collect adult coloring books. Cool. There's a few adult coloring books that I actually kind of wouldn't mind having. Nomadic. And I can barely put my feet behind my feet. Miss Sophie, no. I have not had short hair at 25. I think the last time I had short hair, I probably would have been like 16. Is that Palmer chocolate? I'm not sure. Allen, it looks like. Allen chocolate. Oh. Division of Hershey. Yeah. Helps with depression. Honestly, for me, like the coloring books I wouldn't mind having. Nothing to do with helping depression. It's just there's a few artists I really like who've done coloring books. A group of owls is called a parliament. This originates from C.S. Lewis' description of a meeting of owls in the Chronicles of Narnia. Neat. Jamel, it's Friday. So, New Comic Book Day was a couple days ago. Good comics. New Mutants came out. New Mutants number 24, came out this week. God damn. Like, New Mutants, Veda Ayala, the work that Veda Ayala is doing on New Mutants right now. Fuck. I've not watched Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. Yeah, it's like Veda Ayala's New Mutants is the best X title coming out right now, bar none. Owls hunt other owls. Great horned owls are the top predator of the smaller barred owl. Cool. Also into the Sabretooth thing. Ugh, Sabretooth. I hate Sabretooth as a character. Like, I find Sabretooth to be one of the most boring ass characters ever. He is so friggin' one note. He and Carnage. Like, I don't get why people enjoy Sabretooth or why they like Carnage, because they are so stupidly, boringly one note. their entire characterization boils down to, I'm a killer. I'm a psycho killer. I kill people because I'm a psycho and I'm a killer. And kill. I like killing. I'm going to kill people. I like killing. It's like, just Jesus Christ. What the hell? Like, get another fucking shtick at some point. The only times Sabretooth have been... Like, the only time Sabretooth has been interesting, Age of Apocalypse Sabretooth and Inverted Sabretooth. And the only time that Carnage was the least bit interesting, Carnage was interesting on 2 occasions. Maximum Carnage, which was just like a fun event, and when he was inverted during Axis. Inverted Carnage was just hilarious because he was so bad at being a hero. The contrast of Carnage trying to do good was funny. Other than that, he's just a shitty character. He's a shitty character with absolutely nothing the least bit interesting about him. And I do not understand the appeal. AOA Sabretooth, though, that was the shit him think was the reason. Yeah. Yeah, I liked Age of... I know I know a lot of it comes down to nostalgia, but I still like Age of Apocalypse. The tiniest owl in the world is the elf owl, which is 5 to 6 inches tall and weighs about 1.5 ounces. Cute. But yeah, and then when they reunited during Exiles, like, come on, Sabretooth and Blank reuniting it during Exiles, that was so nice. And honestly, Blink was just amazing during it. I loved Exiles. That book was so good. Before Chris Claremont took it over and completely missed the goddamn point of it. I'm still bitter about just how completely, how thoroughly Chris Claremont missed the point of Exiles. Like, he just did not get what that book was supposed to be about. Because, like, the whole point of Exiles was that it was a book full of characters who didn't exist elsewhere. You know, Blink was dead in the 616. Morph was dead in the 616. TJ didn't even exist. Hello, Jennifer Corvina. Mimic wasn't showing up anywhere. Claremont is my man. Claremont's X-Men work from 75 to 91 was, genre defying. Like, Claremont's X-Men run, along with his New Mutants work, it was genre defying. Not just character defining, genre defying. His Exiles was shit. There's no getting around the fact that his Exiles run was absolute trash. In no small part because he filled the cast with characters who were already appearing elsewhere. Hi, Gina. Not all owls hoot. Barn owls make hissing sounds, and the eastern screech owl whinnies like a horse. Ooh, neat. But yeah, like, it's... As soon as he filled it with characters who were appearing elsewhere, or as soon as he's filled the book with alternate versions of characters who already appeared elsewhere, it became just a boring book. Like, it just lost any purpose. Psylocke and Sabretooth and Sage and Kitty and Mystique, and it's like, if I wanted to read these characters, they're already appearing elsewhere. But and he shoved aside all the great characters that only appeared in Exiles. Like he turned Blink and Morph and all the others into. Who did I vote for in the X-Men election? I voted for Tempo. Because Tempo is a great. Tempo is a character who is kind of a blank slate. She didn't really have much history going for her. So there was plenty of room for her to be developed. And she's got a really interesting power. She's just got a great power. I am happy that she's going to be in Marauders now. She's overdue. She was overdue for some love. So I'm glad that she at least gets to appear in Marauders. Who do I vote for in my country's election? Just shut the fuck up about that. Hey, you didn't vote, hey, you didn't vote, hey, you didn't vote, hey, you didn't vote. Yeah, because my depression meant that I couldn't get the fuck out of bed, you fucking jackasses. I voted for Tempo. Or you voted for M this time. Tempo's last. Oh, shit, yeah. The most recent election. What was the most recent... Shit, I don't even remember who I voted for in the most recent X-Men election. I voted for Tempo last year. I don't remember... good night, Miss Sophie. Yeah, I don't remember... I don't even remember who was in the most recent X-Men election. Never mind who I voted for. Owls are zygodactyl, which means their feet have 2 forward-facing toes and 2 backward-facing toes. Neat. You know what, Poison Tree? Fuck you. I am just so fucking fed up with people acting like me not voting in the last election was some sort of fucking gotcha. Yeah, I should have voted. I know. It was stupid of me not to. But I was having trouble fucking surviving from day to day. So fuck you. And Jamel, this one's just saying. But it's not just this person. It comes up so fucking often. Every live I do, every single live I do. And half of the videos I post, someone talks about me not voting. And I'm just fucking fed up with answering that question. I'm just absolutely fucking tired of it. I have said it so fucking often. So often. So many fucking times I've addressed it. And people won't shut the fuck up about it. So you know what? You want to fucking call me out on it? I don't fucking care anymore. I've addressed it. I've addressed it 100 times. I'm not fucking addressing it anymore. Yeah, I could have done vote by mail, but again, my depression meant that I was having trouble just fucking existing, okay? I was having trouble existing. My depression was at its worst in my entire life. I had literally never been more depressed in my entire life. It was the worst I'd ever been. So, should I have voted? Yeah, I should have. Did I want to vote? Yeah, I did want to vote. Why didn't I? Because existing was damn near impossible for me. It was all I could do to exist. So you want to fucking call me out again and 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 again for not voting? I'm fucking tired of it. I've addressed it before. I am tired of addressing it. So fuck off. I'm not addressing it anymore. You want to know why I didn't? Look at literally every live I've done for the past few months. Who's always like, it's different people every time. Yeah, fuck you, Nadia. That's another thing I've addressed, so fuck off on that as well. Like, honestly, I it's not even the people criticizing me that bugs me. It's the repetition of it. It's the shit, it's the people saying it over and over and over and over. I get fed up, not with being criticized, but with people saying this, asking the same bullshit so fucking often. It's the boring ass, repetitive bullshit that I get tired of. Paige, I don't complain about my depression, Paige, you fucking dumbass. Like, it's not even fucking complaining about it. It's just saying that I have depression. Ellis, because they're not fighting for jobs, for their jobs or their freedom. When was the last shower? Yesterday. Medicine? 2 on. Bada bing. I don't like any olives. I hate olives. I don't even like the smell of olives. Owls are capable of hearing prey under leaves, plants, dirt, and snow. Neat. Bree? No, I haven't gone back on medication yet. I don't want to snipe Chantel's OnlyFans stream. Gretna Smile. Thank you very much, Gretna Smile. Have not watched Love, Robots, and Death. Should probably get back on that. No, probably about it. I do need to get back on it. The issue is I don't want to have to keep going back. I don't want to have to keep going back to a walk-in clinic every time I need to get my prescription renewed. It's I just don't want to do that. I just don't want to have to keep going back to a walk-in clinic every time. So I'd like to get an actual doctor. Amy Horn, hey, thank you very much, Amy Horn. I don't even remember what this chair is. Say, sorry. Yeah, it's that's sort of the point. I want to get a doctor. The problem is getting a doctor in Ottawa right now is damn near impossible. I mean, it has been for years, but it's just really tough getting a doctor. See my dead eyes up close? That good? Was that good, Frosty? Frosty, I am on a waiting list. Is free healthcare worth it? Yes, absolutely. Lime Jello. Breathe in through nose, out through mouth. You're a good dude. Love you, man. Keep your cool side. Thank you, Lime Jello. If I lose my job because my boss is tired of my 9 a.m. La 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 lay song in morning meetings, I will strike your channel. I do not have a lover, Nikki. Pandemic has completely neglected those with mental health concerns. I mean, nothing new there. Anything special with my mom about? No. Maybe I might go to my mom's next weekend. Um, but you know what? What day is Monday? You know what? Ramona live on Valentine's Day. How's that? Jamil, I knew about the new election. I just completely forgot who was in it. You know, it was what, a few weeks ago. No, like I voted it. I honestly don't even remember who I voted for in the last X-Men election. It just completely left my mind since it happened. Shh, can you give us a lip sync before Drag Race of your favorite song? I'm about to band. Uh, the problem is playing the song. I would get a copyright strike. Ron can borrow one of Chantel's new wigs. No, I wouldn't want to use one of Chantel's wigs. Sandy Serious, wow. Ignore those who start trouble. Thank you very much for the super chat, Sandy Serious. Hearts in the chat for Sandy's. Yeah, I can't do a lip sync because I'd get a copyright strike. So I don't want to do that. $32. It is kind of a random amount, but whatever. It's fine. Right? Why wouldn't I use her wig? It's because they're hers. Is what it comes down to. I don't want to. Not worried. I'm not worried about catching something from her. Uh, I'm. It's her wigs. Like it would just be rude on my part for me to be using her wigs. Even though, like, I'm sure she'd be okay with it. She would let me. But just certain OnlyFans, nah. So now I'll just keep using the wig I've got. Do I have a blonde wig? No, Chantel has had a blonde wig, but I wouldn't want to go blonde anyway. I wouldn't be comfortable as a blonde. Can you do your best Chantel impression? Yeah, I've done this before, so shh. I said shh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Hi, Anne Marie. Um, what else? Oh, here's another one. Bye, barbecue chicken. Hi, Maria. Ramona's a goth girl. She's definitely on the goth side, yeah. Can I go fart and shit up? I don't have any gas in me right now. Shh. Sorry. Like I can't fart right now. I can't. I don't have any gas in me to do that. I have Tinder. I don't really use it. Louis Sluster. Anxiety and depression. I'm not joining OnlyFans. Yeah, it's. I will need to figure out whether I feel like putting in the effort of shaving before doing a Ramona. I don't think I'll bother. Nah, I'm not gonna. I'm not even gonna bother. Delta, I don't think so. Yeah, so Valentine's Day, I'll do a Ramona live. But for now, New Mexico Indigenous Comic Con. Um, that probably would be that probably would be pretty good. I've backed a couple of I've backed a couple of comic anthologies by Indigenous creators on Kickstarter. Um, I don't really play the Switch much, festering. Yeah, New Mexico Comic Con. I mean, it's. I don't imagine that I'll ever. Okay, bye, Sandy's. I don't imagine that I'd ever go to like New Mexico Comic Con or even like New York Comic Con. Um, last time I went on a date, I don't even remember. Not long after I moved up to Ottawa, so it's been a while. Indigenous people have it so bad, yeah, they do. Everywhere. What's so bad with New Mexico? I mean, it's a just long way to go. it's, honestly, it's a long way to go. Czar, I am not. I am Canadian. I've lived in Canada. I'm born and raised in Canada. Have I ever been threatened by a bad guy? Not that I can recall. Yeah, it's yeah. Most U.S. super chat or most U.S. Comic Cons either they'd be just farther than I want to go for it, or they'd be larger than I'd be comfortable going to. When I moved to Ottawa, I don't even remember now. Been what, 3 years maybe? I can't speak any other languages until San Diego Comic Con. San Diego Comic Con, as amazing experience as it would be, it would just be too big for me. It'd be too big, too crowded. I would not be comfortable with it. What countries have I traveled to? Scotland. Harlow, I don't hate the US. Hey, Tricky. I do want to go to Toronto Comic Con and even more important, TCAF, Toronto Comic Art Festival. Why don't I hate the US? Why would I? I hate the US government, but who doesn't? Why Comic Con is cool? Can't mess up my clean house. You're probably not right, Jamail. Yeah, I mean, like, why would I hate the US? The government is shit. Um, Cobra? No, I don't really want to go to the US. TCAF is bad. I'm so like COVID. COVID sucks because like TCAF 2020. I think it was 2020. Or was it 2021? I don't even remember anymore. But yeah, a couple of years ago, TCAF was going to have such an amazing lineup. Uh, Meredith McLaren was going to be there. I believe Stephanie Hans was going to be there. Uh, there were a bunch of other artists who I absolutely love that were going to be there. And God, then COVID came along and canceled it. So, like, such a shame. Nomadic, I think Star Trek is better than Star Wars, but I enjoy both. What does the day in my life look like? Garbage. It looks like me sleeping in super late, getting up and watching some stupid shit on YouTube. Flop era, yeah, I need to book my booster. I know. Ocarina of Time, yeah, I loved Ocarina of Time. Each state laws are very different. Yep. Wanted to make a daily routine because I'm bad at routine. Like I'm pretty sure I have ADHD, which means that uh, a daily routine would be really good for me, but I can't make one and don't want one. It's just one of those things. And I said, yeah, yeah. I drink more water than soda these days. I've honestly, I've largely cut out soda. I got this one today just cause, um, but I definitely drink more water than soda now. Set up what's kind of interesting. Yes. This This coming Wednesday? Yes, this Wednesday. I've got another psychiatrist appointment. Get a life coach? Eh. I don't even know what it means to be a bard flop era. Bye, Marilyn. Nada? I know, I know. Arlo, I think it's a therapist. Will Jared Leto do Morbius justice? I don't know. I don't really care, to be honest. Like, honestly, Morbius has never been a favorite character of mine. Chantel sounds like she's in pain. But yeah, Morbius was never one of my favorite characters to begin with, and honestly, it's been hard to take Jared Leto seriously as a person. Never mind as an actor, since his since the shit about his method acting of Joker came out. Just because, God, why? Like his like, or am I thinking of someone? Am I thinking of someone else? Was Jared Leto the one who did like the really weird method acting for Joker, where like mailed a mailed one of his castmates a dead rat or some shit like that? Jack Nicholson's, yeah, I liked Jack Nicholson as Joker, as Jared Leto. So yeah, Jared Leto was the one who was creepy. Yeah, and it's like sent Will Smith the dildo, I think. But yeah, it's so like it was why like you're playing you're playing a clown. You're playing an evil clown, dude. Why are you doing method acting for that? Kim Petras. I don't even know who Kim Petras is, honestly. Dallas Buyers Club. I know that Jared Leto shouldn't have been cast in Jared in that because it should have gone to a trans woman. But yeah, it's like it's. I don't know why Joker has suddenly become like this person where like this character where everyone has to be so serious and like, oh, you gotta get really hard into character, gotta try so hard to get into the character. R.I.P. R.I.P. Beck Berlin. What are your goals for the year? Goals before 40. I have no goals. Yeah, like it used to like Caesar Romero didn't even shave his goddamn mustache before playing Joker. Nobody like Caesar Romero and Jack Nicholson, they didn't take it seriously. They just saw it as just, all right, well, this is a role. But then all of a sudden, everyone's actors are trying so hard to be, gotta try so hard to get a character. It's so serious. You gotta get really into character. Gotta do method acting. Get into the character. You're playing a murder clown, guys. It ain't that. It ain't that deep. Doesn't Jared Leto have a cult? Maybe. I haven't really heard anything about that. It's just the dumbest thing. Like, why did I say for my role was no? I didn't. It's just so stupid. I think my favorite. Who was the actor who? Like, I know there was one actor whose reaction to the idea of method acting was just act. Like, did Jared Leto do justice trans character? I don't know. I've never watched the movie, But that said, um, trans characters should be played by trans actors. Trans people should be played by trans actors. It's how would you train them for the role of Joker? Chantel ever moves out, what will I do? No. Vito charges desperate rich white women a shit ton of money to hang around him in his cult. I mean, fair enough. Kim Petras as Transeca. I mean, that's great, but I haven't heard it. I mean, I might listen to some of her stuff. I don't know, maybe at some point. Harlow, no, we use it in. Fuck you, Harlow. Just absolutely fuck you. You just fuck right off. Out here doubting whether we're serious about having mental health issues? Fuck you. Made an appointment with a therapist, not a medical doctor? Yeah. Yeah, and I should be going to a medical doctor as well. But to sit here doubting whether we're serious about whether we have depression? No. Fuck you, that's out of line. That is so far out of line. You can just fuck right off. Yes, you did. You said that we're using it in the sense of having a bad day. So go fuck yourself. Leonte, I think it's shitty that Scarlett Johansson just decided not to make the movie after that. Like, she should not have been like. It was wrong for her to play the man. Like, it was about a trans man. She should not have played the lead role. She still could have made the movie. She could have played another role in the movie. She could have played a supporting character. But she decided that since she couldn't play this man, that it wasn't worth that the movie wasn't worth being made. So I kind of think that Scarlett Johansson is a bit of a dick for just canceling the movie at that point. No, you're not blocked, Corbina. Boys Don't Cry. Another situation where it should have gone to a trans actor. Harlow, I don't give a shit about your advice. Your advice is shit that I already know. So fuck off with your advice. Situational depression, chronic depression? Yeah, mine's chronic. I've been depressed my entire life. I've had depression for as long as I can remember. Maybe she's just too busy. I mean, like, it's. Here's the thing. Here's the thing, Sia. First of all, Paige, I'm doing. It's a classic bit, but I'm not trying to play a real woman. But yeah, so yeah. So here's the thing. Scarlett Johansson is big enough that she can do whatever the hell she wants. at this point. She can do whatever movie she wants to do. If she was like, if she wants to make a movie about a specific person, that movie gets made. She's power. She's got power in Hollywood. If she was really serious about making a movie about that dude, whose name escapes me, I honestly can't even remember his name anymore. But if that guy's story was important to her, was important enough to her that she wanted to make that movie, she could have made that movie. She didn't have to be the star of the movie. The fact that she dropped out of it as soon as she couldn't be the star, it's bullshit. I think it was bad of her to decide, oh, since I can't play this man, the movie doesn't get made. She should, like, because she was producing it as well, right? I think she was going to be executive producer on it as well, if I'm not mistaken. So she should have hired a trans man to play the lead. If she wanted to be a part of the movie, she should have played, female supporting role. But she decided that since she wasn't the lead, she wasn't going to make the movie, and that is Harlow. The point is that a trans man is not a woman wearing pants. That's the thing. Here's the reason why people get upset whenever a cis actor plays a trans person or character. A trans person, a trans woman is not a man in a dress. A trans man is not a woman in trousers. It's when a woman plays a trans man or a man plays a trans woman, it sends the message that trans people are simply, cis people pretending to be the other gender. Like, for Scarlett Johansson to play a trans man sends the message that a trans man is just a woman, which is false. Yvain, my thoughts on that is that I am not qualified to have an opinion on that level. I have not watched Euphoria. So yeah, like that's the problem. That's why there was criticism. That's why she faced backlash. That's why Jared Leto faced backlash when he did Dallas Buyers Club. That's why anytime that there's a movie where a cis person plays a trans character, there's backlash. Takes jobs away from trans actors. That is also a bit exactly. You don't see trans actors getting cast as cis characters either. Trans actors just don't get jobs. How often do I go outside? Not often enough. Jared Leto won an Oscar for Dallas Buyers Club. Yeah, because the people who decide who Oscars go to are all cis. So whether Jared was good or not is irrelevant. What matters is that he was taking a job away from a trans actor while sending the message that a trans woman is just a guy in drag. That's the problem. It reinforces the idea that a trans person is just in drag. I am pro porn and masturbation. Joni, again though, it's the issue of it's the issue of the message it sends. Like, again, here's the thing: would you cast a white man to play a black man? That's the thing to bear in mind. Porn industry victimizing women and children worldwide. And I don't, and the victimization side of it is bad. Um, what about Elliot Page? You mean? What about Elliot Page? It happens because Hollywood doesn't actually care about trans people as anything beyond Oscar bait. But yeah, consider this. Robert Downey. You mean in Tropic Thunder? There were people who had issues with Tropic Thunder, and that was satire. But yeah, I'd be open to dating a trans woman who hasn't had any surgery. Trans woman is a woman. I'm fine with flop era. I'm fine with straight actors playing gay characters. That's a little bit different. Uh, Leon Tate. Um, what's worse is a cis actor is a cis producer deciding that a movie about a trans person does not deserve to be made because they don't get to play uh, the lead. That's what I think is worse. What about white people playing black people? Yeah, or just in general, a man playing a female character. You know, if Black Widow were played by a man, people would be unhappy about that. CM because it's not because that's not what a trans woman is. A trans woman is a woman, a trans man is a man. Cis women have spaces of their own. Joni, historically, that was because I mean, historically, that is down to misogyny for that. But yeah, it's a matter of misrepresenting trans identities, is what it comes down to. So yeah, it's thoughts on men playing women as drag queens. I mean, drag queens can be fun. Why is it okay for straight people to play gay people? I mean, for that, it's that I don't have a problem with, and that I haven't really seen many gay people express any issue with that, because it's romance is romance, really. Um, it's just because that is simply a romance plot. The fact that straight person playing it, it's not actually that big a deal. But when you've got, like I say, it's just that trans people are not simply in drag. And when you cast a cis actor as a trans person, it's sending the message that it's simply someone in drag. So yeah, like when a Scarlett Johansson trying to play a trans man, it was sending the message that trans men are just women in drag. When a cis man plays a trans woman, it's sending the message that a trans woman is just a man in drag. So it's I'm not a cat. You are more likely to be assaulted by a man. Here's the thing, I'm not a cat. If a man is going to assault you in a public restroom, they're not going to pretend to be a woman. That's a thing that actually already exists. Harlow? Fine then. Show some trans people playing cis characters, okay? I'll tell you what, Harlow. Cis actors can play trans characters when it's common for trans actors to play cis characters. How's that? Like, trans actors barely get roles at all. Like, trans actors, there are very, very, very few trans actors who get any work. And almost never in starring roles. So, like, you show me cis, CIS, Harlow, cisgender. It means someone who identifies as the gender that they were assigned at birth. And there are cis women who commit sexual assault as well. CM, there are times where here's the thing, CM. You're setting up your question implies that trans actors aren't talented. Here's the thing, like, there are amazingly talented trans actors out there. And they don't get the same opportunities. So, like, it's incredibly rare for trans actors to get major roles. And yet, like, Triggered, who fucking cares, Andy? Fuck off. No, CM, I'm saying that when you've got when you've got a trans character, you should cast a talented trans actor for it. Same as if you've got a black character, you should cast a talented black actor in the role. If you've got an Asian character, don't cast Scarlett fucking Johansson in the role. Yeah? Like, you don't cast a white person to play a trans character. You don't cast. Yeah. I've never seen Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. CM, what? You think that there aren't talented trans man actors out there? I'm saying Scarlett shouldn't have played the role because she's cis. Yes, the role should have gone to a trans man. And if she actually, and again, the fact that she decided not to make the movie at all. CM, there's a ton of trans men who would have gladly taken the role. Uh, Scarlett Johansson just got pissy that she wasn't allowed to play a man, that she wasn't allowed to play the lead. That's all it was. Scarlett Johansson got pissed off that she wasn't allowed to play, that she wasn't able to play the lead in the role. So she decided, no, this movie doesn't get made. If she actually gave a shit about trans people, she would have actually done put out a casting call for trans actors. She didn't. The fact that she didn't put out that casting call for trans actors proves that she's a fucking transphobic dumbass. Like, she's an absolute dumbass for just saying, oh, I'm just not going to make the movie then. Paige, because it doesn't fucking matter whether I can name them or not. I'm not a fucking movie. I'm not a I'm not a person who casts movies. My knowledge of trans actors is irrelevant. I mean, agree to disagree on whether she's talented, Gia. I've never been impressed by her. RuPaul is not trans. He's a drag queen, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, he is a drag queen. I think he typically lives as a man, except, on stage. CM, yes, because she's not a trans man. Leon, I don't know that it was the worst outcome, because it's like because it's a fucking another actor doing another fucking Oscar bait bullshit of playing opposite gender while implying that trans people are simply in drag. Was that really necessary? Would that really have been a great thing? The ideal would have been Scarlett Johansson sucking up her ego and saying, okay, it's wrong for me to play a trans man, so I will continue as producer and cast a trans man to play this character. That would have been the ideal, but Scarlett Johansson decided that if I don't get to play this character, then the movie doesn't get made. CM, fuck you, CM. Yeah, that fucking easy to make a movie, CM. Shut the fuck up. Seriously, shut the fuck up about, oh, well, you can just make the movie. What? Fucking hell. What a load of bullshit that is. Jesus Christ, that's fucking stupid. Leon, would it actually have helped push trans views into the zeitgeist? Would it actually have helped? I'm not sure it would have. Like, I don't think that it would have helped at all. I think it's easy to pull extremely talented trans men. See, again, your statement implies that there aren't talented trans men out there, and of course there are. Like Scarlett Johansson, if she wanted to find a talented trans actor, all she has to do is put out the goddamn casting call. Like, there are people whose jobs it is to find talented actors who belong to specific groups. Like, casting calls will often will often include, you know, character is, this age, this gender, this race, this whatever. So a lot of the time, a lot of casting calls are looking for people from specific groups. And shock, they find them. Yeah. They put out a casting call for, a trans girl of a certain age. Trans girl, or they put out a casting call for an Asian girl age 16 to 18. And what do you know? They find an actor who is an Asian girl age 16 to 18. So what? You think that a casting director can't put out a casting call for a trans male? You think that's beyond the ability of a casting director? Fuck you if you think that. Fuck you if you think that they can't find a talented trans male actor. Some movies take years to find the right actor. I mean, yeah, it can happen. Usually they're because they're looking for someone specific. I'm not a cat. My view is that it's not my part, that it's more complicated. Hillary's going, because Green Boys Don't Cry? Maybe. I've never seen it. But yeah, it's the idea that it's that difficult to find talented trans actors. Fuck off. It's not that difficult to find talented trans actors. It's not that tough to find talented actors belonging to any group. Come on. Chinese actresses instead of Japanese. Yeah, I didn't hear about that, but the interchangeability of Asians in Western film, definitely a bad thing. CM because they're actually Remorse was written by a white guy. Oof. Yeah, it's like that name the actor to be the character. I mean, uh, hey, if you would be fine with fucking Jared Leto playing Martin Luther King Jr., then that's on you. I'm not a cat. kind of fair. But yeah, like that's what it comes down to. Would you be okay with Jared Leto playing Martin Luther King Jr.? If your answer to that is no, then why are you okay with Jared Leto playing a trans woman? Why are you okay with cis actors playing trans people? Okay, would be honored. And also, if you are, and also if you would be okay with Jared Leto playing Martin Luther King Jr., then damn, you're a fucking idiot. Be okay with Jared Leto playing a log and jumping into the wood chipper? Paige? I mean, I think that there is. While it's true that race and gender are somewhat different, I think the point stands. Hey, Rachel. Estro, incel. I am not an incel, Estro. Incels blame women. Incels don't get laid and blame women for their inability to get laid. I blame myself for my inability to get laid. Who would play a better Michael Jackson, Samuel Jackson, or Marilyn Manson? I mean, neither. Neither would be very good in the role. Trans people can have severe dysphoria relating to certain physical traits, and it feels like Hollywood wants to emphasize those traits. Yep. That's better, Estro. Michelle, honestly, I'm not comfortable. I'm not really comfortable getting things sent through the mail, Michelle. I appreciate it, but it makes me uncomfortable. The Shadow King. I don't agree that they redeemed the Shadow King. They redeemed Amal Farouk, but Amal Farouk is not the Shadow King. Um, and I do think that that was a really interesting and well told story. Wills, you cast a trans person. CM. My preference would be for Jewish people to be played, by, for Jewish characters to be played by Jewish people. Like, hell, I'm disappointed that they cast Oscar Isaac to play Moon Knight because Moon Knight's Jewish in the comics. But Yeah, I mean, I prefer Jewish characters be played by Jewish actors as well. Bug Babes. Cast Laverne Cox and used her brother for the scenes of her prior to transition. That is that is something where I feel like that's not something that'd be tough to do. Like I feel like that one kind of works um, because she's got a brother, but eh, it seems like that seems like a perfectly good workaround for it. Almost every Netflix movie featuring a Muslim girl has her take off her hijab for character development. Yeah, yeah. What a coincidence, CM, that white people are apparently the only group of people who are good actors. Fuck you. Jamil, that may not have been. I agree that the original version of, like, the original vision of Claremont and who was it that Claremont was working with at the time that the Shadow King was first created? Was that Byrne? Was it Claremont and Byrne who came up with Amal Farouk? Yeah, I agree, absolutely. That wasn't the original intention, but it's been made clear for a long time. Uh, like it's been very, very strongly implied for uh, in other comics that Farouk was not the Shadow King's first body, that the Shadow King is an ancient evil. Um, Tu Wong Fu. I have not actually seen that one. Can't remember. Thought so. Yeah, because it was part of Storm's origin. But yeah, it's like Claremont and Byrne created Amal Farouk as just a random bad guy. Uh, Claremont later on decided, hey, Amal Farouk spirit survived and became the Shadow King. But other writers since then have done story have sort of done stories that sort of show the Shadow King as being more of an ancient evil rather than just being one dude. You know, some dude who Xavier killed a few years back. Um, so it's so Ayala and Reyes were just continuing that. We're continuing that storyline, that interpretation of the character. So it wasn't the Shadow King being redeemed. It was Amal Farouk, who, prior to Ayala and Reyes' story, Extreme X, which was Claremont, right? Yeah, that was Claremont and Claremont story. So yeah, uh, mixed feelings about that book. Uh, I don't have mixed feelings about Extreme X Men. I thought it sucked. Like honestly, I was not impressed with Extreme X Men. I thought that it was just a really shitty comic, shitty series all through. It didn't help that, like, at the time where Morrison decided to create mutant culture, decided to make mutants. Good night, Gia. Like Morrison decided to finally bring mutants out of the shadows and have them be proud of who they are, have real mutant cultures. and all that stuff. And then Claremont went with a more respectability politics approach of, well, who's going to protect humans from all these mutants expressing mutant pride? As like, I was not impressed by that side of his book of Extreme X Men. Also not impressed by just the general stories. Vargas sucked. Like Vargas was a shitty villain. Um, that alien, that alien race, that like other dimensional race that invaded. I don't even fucking remember their names because they were so boring. Yeah, Extreme X Men. I don't have mixed feelings on. I just thought it was garbage all through. Jamil, I mean, I would say Marvel is probably the top three things that I'm obsessed with. Frankly, good comics about Arthurian legends. Uh, yes, I haven't read many of them myself. Uh, Once and Future is I think most of the comics about Arthurian I think most of the good comics about Arthurian legends are sort of like modern or future versions. Um, Once and Future by Gillen, and I'm blanking on the artist. Uh, what was the one? Shit, there was one that was set in futures, like set in space. Shit. Yeah, there have been a few good comics based on. What was it? Sorry, just trying to find it because there was one in particular that I'm struggling to remember. Camelot 3000. That's the one I was trying to remember. Camelot 3000, I think, got was really well received. Favorite Cheryl Crow film, Alien or Thelma and Louise? Never actually watched Thelma and Louise. Alien was good. Right. Once in Future is by Kieran Gillen and Dan Mora and Tamara Bonvillain. Side note: if you see Tamara Bonvillain's name on a comic, it's good. It's gonna be pretty. Anything that Tamara Bonvillain does the colors on is gonna be good looking because she is phenomenal. She's one of the best color artists working in the industry. Up there with likes of Belair and Wilson. Hey, Bridget. Oh shit, 3.5 hours. All right. Mrs. Doubtfire, by far. Never seen Flubber either. Either version, whether either the old Jimmy Stewart, not Jimmy Stewart, Jimmy Lewis, Jerry Lewis. Never seen the Jerry Lewis or Robin Williams versions of Flubber, but I love Mrs. Doubtfire. Love that movie. Bye, Harlow. Yeah, 3.5 hours. It's honestly time for me to wrap this up as well. What are my views on Adam X as a Summers brother? Uh, for it. I'm for it, honestly. Uh, and I'm glad that Nicieza finally got to confirm it. You know, I'm happy that Fabian Nicieza finally got to do the comic, do a comic where he was able to confirm uh, that Adam X, the Extreme, is a Summers brother. That's true. I mean, it's a comedy where it's a comedy about a cis man in drag. it follows like that is in one of the very best comedic traditions. X Men '92. X Men '92. I didn't actually particularly enjoy. Um, Yvain coming out as a Gwenpool fan, Yvain. But no, I did not like X Men '92. To be honest, it didn't work for me. Um, or do you mean X Men Legends, Jamil? CM? That is a very good question that I don't have an answer to. X Men '92. Okay, yeah, X Men '92. I wasn't impressed by. Um, Part of it is that I just am very uncomfortable with nostalgia in general. But shit, I barely even remember it. The Secret Wars one, I remember not really liking. There was a continuation after Secret Wars, wasn't it? I don't even remember it. But no, I wasn't very impressed by X Men '92. But it was yeah, X Men Legends had Nicieza finally get to have Adam X the Extreme. Also, his name always has to be Adam X the Extreme. I will never leave out the extreme part. He's Adam X the Extreme. Well, Peter David X Factor team. Yeah. To relief from the constant masculine energy, seeing men in feminine energy is calming and feel safer. Maybe. Yeah, it's one of those things. Like I'm not even sure why it's so funny, but yeah, it goes back to like Monty Python and Kids in the Hall. Yeah, his power is weird and stupid, like igniting blood. He always stab a knife to cut people first. It is. I I actually kind of I like the weird powers. Um, you know, ooh, he blasts energy is just kind of is really common. I like powers that are weird. Um, and honestly, his power is not even all that weird. Uh, what makes Adam X the Extreme so great is how 90s he is. Bye, Jacqueline Ann. Yeah, he's just so utterly 90s, and it's that it becomes weirdly endearing. So yeah, I like Adam X the Extreme. Him share some kills what I think of my time in the 90s, but I hate his power. Anyway, yeah, this live's gone on much longer than I actually intended. Uh, so I'm actually going to wrap it up here. Uh, as always, this has been a thing. Uh, hope you all enjoyed it. But yeah, thanks for watching, and have a nice night.